Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the July 22nd, 2025 Board of County Commissioners meeting. Would you all please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Right, first thing on our agenda are minutes from our last meeting. Gentlemen, do we have any other additions or corrections?
I do not.
Okay.
I move to approve the proceedings of the Board of County Commissioners for Montezuma County held on Tuesday, July 8th, 2025 as presented.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to accept the proceedings of the Board of Commissioners, Montezuma County, July 8th, 2025. Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, next up we have planning.
Commissioners, I did just want to, as part of adopting those minutes, we also need to adopt the resolution as part of the planning from, I'm blanking on the exact date, but it was the Leaf Properties denial that
2
the
weeks
board
ago.
intends to issue a written decision.
Yeah.
So I think we should also adopt that resolution as part of the minutes.
Okay,
Do you have a number? Oh, Kim's got it. Go ahead, Gerald.
you got it.
We need to read this, or
I think we could just adopt, just say adopt that.
Yeah.
That's enough.
I move to approve resolution number 10-2025, a resolution of the Board of County Commissioners of Montezuma County denying the high-impact permit applications submitted by Leaf Properties Incorporated.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to add with the record for the adoption of the minutes that we just approved, resolution number 10, 2025, a resolution of the Board of County Commissioners of Montezuma County denying the high-impact permit application submitted by Leaf Properties, Inc. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Guess we all need to sign this one. All right, well, it looks like we have the applicants here, right? So we will hold a public hearing now, and this will be for the Lamp Post Creative Learning Center. Would you call the roll, please, Kim?
Commissioner Candelaria.
Here.
Commissioner Lindsay.
Here.
Commissioner Copenhagen.
Here.
Administrator Anderson.
Here.
Attorney Tarnowski.
Here.
And Kim Purcell, County Clerk. Notice is hereby given that the Montezuma County Board of County Commissioners will hold a public hearing for review and determination regarding of a proposed high-impact permit application submitted by Lamp Post Creative Learning Center, Agent Nicholaus and Corinne Sandner, on property located at 32171 Highway 160, Cortez, Colorado, consisting of 65.22 acres more or less, located north of Highway 160, west of Road 34, situated in Section 25, Township 36 North, Range 15 West, N.M.P.M. The hearing will be held Tuesday, July 22nd, 2025 at 9 a.m. in the Commissioners' Hearing Room, Montezuma County Administrative Offices, 109 West Main, Cortez, Colorado. Interested persons may attend and give input. Information may be obtained from the Planning Office online services at https://montezuma-co.smartgovcommunity.com public home. You may also contact the Planning Department at 970-565-2801 with questions. Dated the 16th day of June, 2025, Kim Purcell, Clerk, Board of County Commissioners, Montezuma County, Colorado, published in the Journal on Wednesday, June 25th, 2025.
All right, thank you, Kim. Okay, Don, would you give us an overview on this, please?
Sure. So the Sandners are applying for a high-impact permit for their creative center, performing arts training center that is used to be on the Rock Springs Church property. CDOT access permit is in place. Turn lanes are in place. CDOT had no issues with the access. it'll actually be a little less impact than what the church property was. So they're just applying for the high impact permit for the amount of traffic during performances and during the weeks that they're holding classes and doing trainings, whatever else they're gonna do. They could explain that part a little bit better, but that's basically it.
Okay.
Planning
And I
and
will
zoning was unanimous to recommend it for approval.
give you the opportunity to add anything if you would like, either one of you.
So our goal with Lamppost Creative Learning Center is multi-purposed. One is to provide community theater space, to be able to do productions and things like that, but also to be able to do classes for people of all ages, kids through adults, in creative sort of endeavors. We also hope to provide a space for retreats and business trainings for organizations to be able to come in and do like team building activities and things like that. We're also, yeah, that's about it, I think. Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
No, he's pretty good at covering.
Okay, all right. Commissioners, do you have any questions before I open this
I don't right now.
up to public comment? All right. Well, I will then now open up this application to public comment. Anybody wishing to speak for or against the application, please come forward to the podium, state your name and address for the record prior to providing your comments, and you may address the board at this time. All right. Seeing no public comment, I'll close the public comment of this application. Gentlemen, bring it back to the board. Any questions?
P and Z's recommendation?
Unanimous.
Unanimous
Okay.
to approve it.
Okay. The only question I have is about septic on there. Is it big enough to hold what's being done? Because I see it hadn't been serviced in a while.
Yeah, we'll go ahead.
Been working with Rock Springs, and when they had first built the Quonset, they had one, and then when they added what's called the Sprung building, which is the second larger building, the people who put it in said that it was more than adequate. There's a total of 4 bathrooms between 2 buildings, so they assured us, and we are hoping to, in the next couple of months, get it serviced too.
Okay.
So we were just trying to build up a little bit of our just process of starting our company to get that next part rolling, but definitely get it pumped out and thoroughly checked over and stuff too. So.
Okay. Question?
What size of classes are you talking about? How many people?
Well, oh, sorry. Not huge. So like if 10 people want to come in and learn how to do robotics, having some group music classes, so anywhere from 5 to 15 people at a time doing it. So it's just not huge. We are in talks with the Four Corners Community Band. Their church that they're at right now, basement is kind of over tight for them, and so they were looking for a bigger rehearsal space. So that would be one of those larger groups that would come for that. And then, of course, our performances are medium size. It's not as big as the high school. The Sprung Building's 250? 250 is the max.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think I read 250 was the
Yeah.
max, and that was up to potentially 8 times a year at the present projection.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Mhm. Yeah.
Anything else? Anything else, sir?
I don't have anything.
Okay. All right. What's your pleasure?
I would so move we accept the proposed high-impact permit application submitted by Lamppost Creative Learning Center agent Nicholaus and Corinne,
Corinne.
okay, Sandner, on property located at 32233 Highway 160 Cortez.
It's been moved and seconded to accept the proposed high-impact permit application and submitted by Lamppost Creative Learning Center agent Nicholaus and Corinne Sandner on property located at 32233 Highway 160, Cortez, Colorado. Was there any further discussion?
Commissioner, GIS has readdressed that location.
Okay.
It was on, it's correct on the public notice. I don't think it's correct on that page you have. It's
All right.
32171 Highway 160.
All right, well, my correction in the motion prior to the vote then will be on property located at 32171 Highway 160, Cortez, Colorado. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, you have been approved. Thank you all. Appreciate it, and I will close this public hearing.
We
Thank you.
appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, next up. It looks like we have a boundary line adjustment
Correct.
application. So do we have, oh yeah, looks like we have everybody here. Come on down. Just pull one of those chairs there and you can sit down. You can all sit up here.
All right. So
Okay.
this is Attorney Paul Kosnick. He is representing basically all the parties. We're requesting that the commissioners hear this boundary line adjustment subdivision amendment without having it go through P&Z. This has been to civil court 3 times. The judge has determined that if this boundary line adjustment can be completed, it will cure the issues at hand. So that's up to you guys to start with. If you want to hear this or send it to P&Z, basically all that's happening is part of the Rooks property is going to be conveyed over to the Merkley Lewis property so that they have real property continuing down to Road H.6 as opposed to just an access utility easement.
Okay, would you like to elaborate?
Thank you, and I want to thank first staff because they have kind of had to pick up here, and I'm sure it's not easy when they're picking up with 2 parties that have been in litigation for a while and trying to address a settlement agreement that sets forth kind of what the intent of the parties are. And so here, as was stated, it's been a dispute in court for well over a year. And the parties essentially disputed access rights to their properties. And the settlement agreement that the parties agreed to as part of the court process has essentially the Rooks providing where the existing access is, that property, to the Merkleys. And in turn, the Rooks are, and they have, recorded a separate access license that is in the property records now that provides for access to their back lots to replace this existing access. So essentially, what it's doing is giving each of the parties their own access. So they're no longer sharing access. And that's the whole goal, is really to, keep accesses separate, allow everybody to have their own ways back to their property. And, it's really, it should be good in the long run and help the neighbors kind of move on and, maybe not be friends, but, certainly have their own accesses. And so that's essentially what's being proposed here, is the implementation of the settlement agreement, which allows for the boundary adjustment and the separate accesses.
Okay, would you like to add anything? No?
Don, did this come before planning before?
No, it did not.
Okay.
That's our request, is to bypass planning, just because it's a settlement agreement that you guys have the ultimate decision on anyway. It's amending the subdivision, but it's basically a boundary line of adjustment in the subdivision.
But ultimately, it's doing exactly what we ask people to do all the time, is to have your own access to your own piece of property instead of sharing an access, because this is what always happens. You end up in litigation for a year or over a year. Nobody's friends at the end of the day. Hopefully you can still get along and be neighbors, but I mean, it makes sense to me. Everybody has their own access, which is one of the things that I always recommend, because shared accesses always end up coming back to us because of this kind of a situation.
And this is what the court settled on?
This is what the parties agreed to as part of the settlement. Look, the court is going to approve of the settlement, and through an order, it certainly encourages the parties to come to a settlement.
Instead of continuing the fight.
Right.
Comment?
I don't have anything.
You okay with that, Steve?
Yeah, I don't have any legal issues. I think for the commissioners, the questions would be like, does this proposed boundary line adjustment still conform with the subdivision standards in the land use code, and otherwise, more broadly, the different provisions of the land use code?
Which we're now granting access to each individual lot owner, which is more specific, which is by far better than the way it currently exists. So I think we're headed down the right path. I wouldn't see why this would have to go back to planning and zoning,
Right.
right?
I don't either.
Because it's going to come back to us anyway.
Right.
I don't have any problems with it.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I move to approve this boundary line adjustment application submitted by Michael Merkley and Leslie Lewis on property located at 28251 Road H.6, Cortez, Colorado.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to accept the boundary line adjustment application submitted by Michael Merkley and Leslie Lewis on property located at 28251 Road H.6, Cortez, Colorado. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, there you go.
Thank
Hopefully,
you.
Thank you.
hopefully you all can get along and be neighbors. Appreciate it. All right, Don, my computer's telling me I have 3 more minutes, so looks like we have a Mylar. Do you want to go to number 3?
Yeah, we have 2 that we could sign right now.
Okay. So that would be for Adam and Brittany Bryan.
Correct,
Okay.
and the boundary line adjustment that was
We
just approved.
Okay. If you want to set those out, that'll occupy my time, and then we'll move on. computer says it's time. All right. 9:20, we're good to go. Do we have the applicants?
We have more chairs if you want to come up.
All right.
Wear these chairs out.
This being the time set aside for a public hearing for the Pinion Perch subdivision,
Correct.
would you call the roll, please, Kim?
Commissioner Candelaria.
Here.
Commissioner Lindsey.
Here.
Commissioner Copenhaver.
Here.
Administrator Anderson.
Here.
Attorney Tarnowski.
Here.
And Kim Purcell, County Clerk. Notice is hereby given that the Montezuma County Board of County Commissioners will hold a public hearing for review and determination regarding of a proposed subdivision amendment and rezoning application to lot number 1 of the Pinion Perch subdivision submitted by Tova Spector on property located at 13699 Road 32.4 Macon, Colorado, consisting of 21.16 acres more or less, and boundary line adjustment application submitted by Tova Spector and Catherine Kraus on properties located at 13699 Road 32.4 and 32289 Road P, Mancos, Colorado, consisting of 21.16 acres and 5.62 acres more or less, both located west of Road 33, north of Road P, situated in Section 1, Township 36 North, Range 15, West, N.M.P.M. The hearing will be held Tuesday, July 22nd, 2025 at 9:20 a.m. in the Commissioners' hearing room, Montezuma County Administrative Offices, 109 West Main, Cortez, Colorado. Interested persons may attend and give input. Information may be obtained from the Planning Office online services at https://montezuma-co.smartgovcommunity.com public home. You may also contact the Planning Department at 970-565-2801 with questions. Dated this 23rd day of June, 2025, Kim Purcell, Clerk, Board of County Commissioners, Montezuma County, Colorado, published in the Journal on Wednesday, July 9th, 2025.
All right. Thank you, Kim. Okay, Don, would you give us the overview on this one?
Sure. So, Ms. Spector is the original developer of this subdivision, and she would like to amend Lot 1 by further subdividing the 3.5 acres on the south and retaining the remaining 16 plus acres on the north. This is allowed in the covenants currently as they stand. Access is still on the red road that leads to and through the subdivision.
So basically right on the corner then?
Correct, that southeast corner. There's a house already on what would be the new subdivision lot.
Right.
And then access at the southeast corner for the remaining 17 plus acres on the north.
Okay. And there's only one or two other lots at the end. I guess what I'm getting at is sight distance on a corner for a driveway there. Is there, it looks like it's
Oh.
pretty much wide open.
Correct.
Yeah. Or there's nothing, there's no trees, foliage, nothing there from the picture? Okay. Okay. All right. Would you like to add anything? Either one of you?
Also includes the boundary line adjustment to Catherine's property to.
Can you pull the mic,
provide the setbacks.
pull the mic up to your,
Oh.
we can't hear.
Yep. Also provides a boundary line adjustment to provide the setbacks required by the county code for Catherine Krause's house.
Right, I saw that. There's a little jutted out area which looks like it encompasses a outbuilding or something.
You know how it goes in Montezuma County. Sheds turn into homes. It's a metal building that building right there, it's right, my house is 1 foot on my side of the property right now
Right.
as it is.
Yeah.
And Tova's graciously giving me that 30-foot chunk of property there east, so I can apply a
Yep.
30-foot setback rule.
Yeah, we saw that on the application as it was
Okay.
submitted, so.
Yeah,
I think it's on your next file over, Travis,
yeah,
for
chunk
the
is-
boundary line adjustment. Or, yeah, scroll down, and that drawing should be
I saw it.
attached.
Let me see. Makes sense. That way everybody's compliant.
So with creation of that new lot, it would include that parcel property going to Miss Kraus.
Correct.
So there's actually a boundary line adjustment approval as well as a subdivision amendment approval requested,
Okay.
if that makes sense.
It does. Everybody is in compliance then.
Correct.
Got it. Okay. Any other questions? No. Commissioner, questions at this time? Okay. All right, well then at this time, I will open this application up for public comment. Anybody wishing to speak for or against the application, come forward to the podium, state your name and address for the record prior to providing your comments, and you may address the board at this time. Okay, well, seeing no public comment, I'll close the public comment of this application, and I will bring it back to the commissioners.
I have nothing further. Seems like we're getting a lot of stuff in compliance.
Well, we're gonna have two accesses that are
Yeah.
specifically on their own lots, which is what we should always have. Questions, sir?
Okay.
Okay.
I would so move, we accept the proposed subdivision amendment and rezoning application to Lot 1 of the Pinion Perch subdivision submitted by Tova Spector on property located at 13699 Road 32.4 Mancus, consisting of 21.16 acres more or less, and a boundary line adjustment application submitted by Tova Spector and Catherine Kraus on properties located at 13699 Road 32.4 and 32289 Road P Mancus.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to accept the proposed subdivision amendment and rezoning application to Lot 1 of the Pinion Perch subdivision submitted by Tova Spectra on property located at 13699 Road 32.4 Mancus, Colorado, consisting of 21.16 acres more or less, and the boundary line adjustment application submitted by Tova Spector and Catherine Kraus on properties located at 13699 Road 32.4 and 32289 Road P, Mancus, Colorado. Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, you have been approved, both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And Kim, I will close this public hearing. Okay, looks like we have one more
One more item.
for the Archibald amendment to the resolution. Just before we start this, in all clarity and fairness, this is my cousin, so I just want to make sure that that is out there to the public prior to moving forward with this, hearing this boundary line adjustment. Anything else I need to disclose?
Commissioner, I would just, so you disclosed the personal relationship with the applicant. I think ultimately the question is, do you feel you can be fair and impartial in your role as a commissioner? Because you could choose to recuse yourself if you felt like you were not able to, or if you felt like, it could give the perception that you wouldn't be fair and impartial.
No, this is pretty straightforward. I feel that I can be fair and impartial.
Okay.
Absolutely. All right, with that, Don, let's move forward with the discussion for the amendment to Resolution P30A-87.
All right, so that, the Archipex property was created by this exemption exemption in 1987 for 10 acres. And now they would like to amend that, with the neighbors to the north, the Russells, and obtain an additional 5 acres to their property. So this would amend that, original exemption, increasing it from 10 acres to 15 acres.
Would you like to add anything, Ms. Archibald? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Questions, Commissioner?
I think this is straightforward.
Like I said, these are pretty easy. These are straightforward.
Yeah.
I wish they were all this easy. Okay.
I move to approve this boundary line adjustment at 33-281 Road M, Mancus, consisting of 10 acres more or less, and property located to be determined on Road M, consisting of, first one was 10 acres and the other was 52.5. We're changing 5 acres, is that correct? Okay. Will be added to the 10 acres.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the amendment to resolution number P30A-87 submitted by Danny and Linda Archibald on property located at 33-281 Road M, Mancus, Colorado, consisting of 10 acres more or less, and Mary Russell and Edward Needart
Yes.
on property located at to be determined Road M, Mancus, Colorado, consisting of 52.50 acres more or less. Is there any other discussion?
No.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, there you go, ma'am. You have been approved. Good
Thank
luck
you.
with your neighbor. Thank you.
And we do have that Mylar here for signature.
All right. Roll it out. Do I have any public comment? I'll take it. Oh, no. Trouble walking in the room right there.
Right on time.
Huh?
Trouble.
I know.
Yes.
Unfinished business.
Yep.
No public comment?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep. Oh, I forgot to show you Spidey-Man too, or did I show you Spidey?
You showed me Spider-Man.
Show you Spidey yesterday?
Yeah. That's Jim's new costume.
Okay. What else
I
do you
think
have
that
for us?
wraps up planning for today,
All right. Very good.
unless you have questions.
I have none at this point in time.
I don't have any.
All right, good, thank you.
It's good. Thank you all. Appreciate it. Okay, next up is our public comment session for this actual meeting. So the Board of County Commissioners welcomes you to this meeting. Person speaking during public comment will be limited to 3 minutes, or depending on the number of people wishing to speak, it may be reduced to allow all the members of the public the opportunity to address the board. When addressing the board, please state your name and address for the record prior to providing your comments. Comments to individual supervisors or staff are not permitted, and participants may not yield their time to others. And with that, the public comment session is open.
Good morning, folks. My name is Alan Mays, 21693 County Road 21. Good morning, Kim, gentlemen. I wanted to first start out thanking you for the coffee with the county. It's good information, learning things, and I hope more people would attend so that they would know a little bit more of the goings-on. I'm doing a rehash again of the NCA, my concerns with that. But what I want to bring up are a couple of words and some things to ponder. Rewilding of the West and what that brings to us and how that may be affected by some of these other issues that are out there. The Gunnison Outdoor Resource Protection Act, great name. Dolores River National Conservation Area and Special Management Area. How long have these been in the works, and how much do they have to do with the rewilding of the West? Our governor and the first gentleman have been working hard on the wolf introduction, and that too is something that needs to be considered in the rewilding of the West. I do want to say that these all play part and parcels. There's 30 by 30, 50 by 50. These are things that are out there. People that we don't even know are putting a lot of money into these things, and they're looking at helping people like the Wilderness Society, Sierra Club, Nature Conservancy, all of these groups that have people that are willing to be on these boards, these committees, and provide funding. So I just want those things to be considered as you look at whether or not continuing to support two of our U.S. senators, Michael Bennett and John Hickenlooper, and our Congressman Jeff Hurd in this issue. I wonder why they want to be doing this now, along with the 30 by 30, which is a global issue out there, not just here in Colorado. And so those things are all adding part and parcel to what might be happening to our state. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Next. Okay. Seeing no further public comment, I'll close the public comment session of this meeting, and we will move right on down to Social Services Department update. Come on down, ladies.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you.
Take care of this one right away.
You betcha.
Let her sit down.
I would so move that we accept the minutes of the regular session of the Tuesday, June 24th, 2025 meeting of the Board of Social Services, and also the financials in the amount of $1,726,690.58.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to accept the record of proceedings for the Department of Social Services for Tuesday, June 24th, 2025, along with the payables for the month of June in the amount of $1,726,690.58. Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, now, we will move forward. Do you have anything else to discuss, or do you want to move right into the grants?
Let's move right into the grants.
Let's go right into them. All right. Bring up the FTA 5311 grant first, Travis. Okay.
Do you want me to talk about them?
I was going to say, I'm just going to give a brief synopsis. If you want to add anything, we'll make this go by really quick. This was presented yesterday in our workshop. Basically, this is a CDOT reimbursement grant for the amount of $171.33.63. And this supports MOCO, basically for the FTEs and what we need to do to run that service out there as far as transportation. Question?
No.
Okay.
I move to approve this Montezuma County grant application submission form for the MOCO Public Transit through the grant funder CDOT in the amount of $171,033.63.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to accept the Montezuma County grant application submission form for MOCO Transportation or Public Transit in the amount of $171,033.63. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I see MOCO out more and more all the time. I think it's a good service that we provide.
Yeah, it's really imperative.
And I think it's growing. Thank you. I think
Yeah.
I think the more people, I think the wraps have actually helped. That's what actually, I will get with you later today about the conversation. It was a good conversation, but.
I agree.
Anyway, all right, next up is the core plan. I'll let you go over this, Kelly.
So the core services plan is due annually. This is a plan with specialized services and supports for children and families involved with child welfare. These are both preventative services and intervention services. These are all services that are not covered by a primary funding source like Medicaid, et cetera. It also covers 2.5 staff within the department that are working mostly in prevention. We do have a family time case aid. Half of their time is committed to setting up and scheduling family times for families that are involved in dependency and neglect cases. And it also includes a supervisor for those staff. So this is an allocation that came down, July 1 is the effective date, and so we have to submit it by July 31st every year.
Okay, question?
No.
Okay. Go, sir.
No. I move to approve this core services plan. This is the second year of a 3-year plan for Montezuma County.
Second.
Been moved and seconded to accept the core services plan for fiscal year 25-26. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. The next one will be the San Juan AAA contract. I'll let you go over this one again, Kelly.
This is the San Juan AAA Area Agency on Aging. It's our annual contract. This year we didn't apply for specific amounts. The AAA made those decisions due to lots of internal moving parts within the AAA. Page 6 shows specifically the allocation, so we're expecting $44,000 and some change for MOCO transportation specifically, and then 136, I inverted those numbers, 136 and some change, and that's specific to senior services, congregate meals, home deliver meals, and services and supports offered by senior services.
Okay. Do you have anything else to add, Commissioner, since you're on this board?
No.
Okay. All right.
You want to roll it back down? 136.
You just got it on there.
I move to approve this.
On the front page. is the signature. Sorry, I'm sorry.
I move to approve this service contract between San Juan Basin Area on Aging Incorporated and Montezuma County Senior Services as presented.
Second.
Been moved and seconded to accept the OAA service contract between San Juan Basin Area on Aging Incorporated, Montezuma County Senior Services. Is there any discussion?
No.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. And then the last one, which is the municipalities funding request. Go ahead with that one also, Kel.
Do you want to do the
Do the contract.
contract?
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. This is a HICPUF contract specific to incentives that our Department of Social Services can earn this fiscal year. They had delayed putting these out, so we have a letter that holds, but it does need signed. Montezuma County is eligible for $59,000 and some change this year, and that's based on customer service reports and an IGA, or at least discussion of an intergovernment agreement to help folks who are not enrolled in Medicaid become enrolled in Medicaid.
Question?
No.
Okay.
We discussed a lot of this yesterday.
Yeah, everything was discussed
Yeah.
yesterday. This will be the one via DocuSign that I have.
Yes, you have
You sent me two.
two, and then Nancy Clark sent this to you yesterday.
Okay.
Via DocuSign.
Okay. Any questions, comments, sir?
You okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I move to approve this State of Colorado intergovernmental agreement between the Department of Health Care Policy and Financing and Montezuma County, contract number 26-198127.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to accept the State of Colorado IGA between the Department of Health Care Policy and Finance and Montezuma County under contract number 26-198127. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, now, the last one.
Last but not least, you have 3 requests in front of you for the town of Dolores, town of Mancos, and city of Cortez to go and talk to them about helping to support funding for senior services in their communities. And so I'm just looking for financial contributions to help support that budget.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I move to approve these 3 Montezuma County grant application submission forms. One for the town of Dolores, one from the city of Cortez, and one from the town of Mancos, in the amount of $5,000.
Second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded to accept these 3 Montezuma County grant application submission forms for senior services general operating in the amount of $5,000 each per municipality, town of Dolores, town of Mancos, and the city of Cortez. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Anything else?
No, that's
Lori,
it.
you don't ever say anything. Nope, you're good? Okay. All right, thank you all.
Thank you. Sorry, one last. With the 511 or 5311 funds, I had submitted a letter of support to the BOCC. Was that approved within that request?
Can be, or do we need that separate? I mean, I don't think we have any issues after discussing it yesterday. You did present it yesterday.
Yes, I did present it, and it was included in the packet originally. It's this sheet. Got it.
Yeah, I think it would be good just as a action of the board. I think it should be taken up specifically in the context of the meeting.
So this is a letter of support for the application for those 5311 funds, indicating that Montezuma County is in support of that application and our reliance on those funds to continue to operate public transportation.
I move to sign this letter of support to the Colorado Department of Transportation for the FTA for MOCO relies on FTA Section 5311 grant funds.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to sign this letter of support to the Colorado Department of Transportation. DRT Selection Committee for the Montezuma County Public Transportation. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 All right.
I think that's it.
Anything else? Thank you again for being there on the Coffee with the County yesterday. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it was good. It was great.
Yeah, those were part of the report, the first report. She's
Oh, yeah,
reporting now
okay.
for
You need to sign
both
those.
senior services and social services.
I missed one?
Yeah.
Two. So we'll have three in the future from this point forward? Gotcha.
So those funds, I'm not necessarily sure that MOCO or senior services funds ever need to be approved by the BOCC. I'm mostly putting in those so that there's transparency of how we're running those funds.
Appreciate that.
They don't require the same financial oversight that the rest of the Department of Social Services does.
Okay. All right, moving right along. We're going to go past the resolution for the iSolve payroll software. We're going to move right down to the decision as it's related to the Fairgrounds 88 parking. We did have 3 proposals yesterday submitted to us. I do believe that, I think we had kind of settled on proposal number 2, which was leaving the trees that currently exist to create the ADA parking. Gosh. And I did actually have the opportunity to talk to the engineer who's here in the room a little bit about the heated parking on that 40 by 40 slab, which that conversation will go on just a little bit farther to make sure that we don't get into demand fees.
Yeah.
Because then that will kick us into a whole new category, which is something that we don't want to do. But I think overall, option number 2 is what we had went with. Do you guys, gentlemen, agree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So option number 2, I think that's all they needed was a direction, which one to go with. And then the other conversation that I did bring up with the engineer was he had mentioned chip sealing this kind of hashed area that, not hashed, but dotted area that Travis, and I think that that actually should be HMA instead of chip seal, just for the longevity of the fairgrounds.
I
So,
agree.
I mean, that will definitely be
Put
an
down a
upgrade.
heavier mat.
But it'll be a heavier mat, and it'll be a lot longer lasting than the chip seal. So option number 2 is what we will be going with. All right. Then we had a GOCO grant application. And this was submitted by Mr. Dietrich for segment C and D on the Menka side for the Paths to Mesa Verde.
Okay.
Yeah.
I move to approve this Montezuma County grant application submission form to the Department of Natural Resources for the Paths to Mesa Verde through GOCO in the amount of $1,721,519.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to accept this Montezuma County grant application submission form through our Natural Resource Department for the Paths to Mesa Verde segments C and D, the Menka side in the amount of $1,721,519.00 as a reimbursement. Any discussion?
No.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, we also had presented to us yesterday, which was through the state of Colorado, and it's basically for a toxicology grant, something that we do every year. This was presented by our grants administrator, and this is in the amount, I can't remember, it was,
It's a requested amount of 45,000.
It's 45,000.
Yeah.
got it, okay.
But,
You okay?
yeah,
Mhm.
you bet.
I move to approve this Montezuma County grant application submission form through the Coroner Department for George Stevers through the CDPHE. Is reimbursement of $45,000.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to accept the Montezuma County grant application submission form for the coroner. The grant funder is CDPHE as a reimbursement in the amount of $45,000. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. And then last but not least, we have, Travis, I'll let you take this, but we have a few more vehicles that we will be auctioning off, and just also too, well, it's probably too late, but I think our auction ended on the other disbursement of property that we had through
Correct.
Purple Wave.
Real quick, Commissioners, did you want to do the Mesa Verde contract amendment
Oh, yeah.
before we jump on that one?
And this basically is just retiring this grant, putting it on a shelf, basically, I think is, well, what Mr. Diedrich said yesterday. So that's just basically retiring this one. Okay.
Do we need this?
amendment number 2. We can just accept the state of Colorado amendment number 2 for the passing. That's all. It's retiring it.
I move to approve the State of Colorado Amendment Number 2 for the Pass to Mesa Verde. I guess, do we need that project number and stuff, or no?
Yeah, go ahead and mention it.
Project number MTF C320-005.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to accept the state of Colorado amendment number 2 for the Pass to Mesa Verde. The project number, gosh, which one did you use?
It's right under the word amendment.
Yeah, it's this.
Geez, that's tiny. MTF C320-005. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, now you can go, Travis.
Gentlemen, in reviewing vehicles for disbursement, these two have been identified, 2019 Ford F-150 pickups. Assigned car numbers are 1901 and 1903. They are, they fall within our policy and directive of reducing the fleet, and they are very close to their 100,000 miles.
Go ahead.
I move we approve the fleet auction reduction plan as presented.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to accept the fleet auction recommendations on these two 2019 Ford F-150 pickups. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Now, it looks like we have an executive session. So, do you have the record?
Yeah, Commissioners, I would recommend that the board go into executive session for two purposes. One would be for the purpose of receiving legal advice on a specific issue, in this case as it relates to the powers of the BOCC regarding powers over county finances and intergovernmental agreements, and then also for purposes of negotiations relating to an ongoing employment lawsuit pursuant to 26-4-4024E. Because the receiving legal advice is privileged, we don't need to record that session, but the negotiations should be recorded.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to, can I see that? Move into executive session for a conference with the attorney for the purpose of receiving legal advice on specific legal questions under CRS Section 24-64024B, and for the purpose of determining positions relative to matters that may be subject to negotiations, developing strategies for negotiations, and/or instructing negotiators under CRS 24-64024E. In that will be included our clerk and recorder, Ms. Purcell, Commissioners Copenafer, Candelaria, and Lindsay, Attorney Tarnowski, and Administrator Anderson. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
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 I would so move we come out of executive session.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to exit executive session at 11:20 a.m. and resume our regular meeting. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And
Okay.
just for the record, I would add that we only discussed those topics that were noticed for the executive session. No decisions were made, and that only those persons who were noticed as part of those discussions were present in the executive session.
All right, and will you have the mic, Stephen? We'll just go, do you have any other report?
Just very briefly, Commissioners, things are picking up on the child protection front. So we opened up a new case last week, and we're getting closer to 2 trials that I have coming up end of August, beginning of September. And then just being towards the end of the month, yesterday I met with our child support staff, getting ready for our docket coming up in August, which is always the first week of the month. So a lot of movement on that front. And then I'm also been working on those 2 land exchanges. The one that we are trying to, I think it was from 2012, that hadn't properly been executed. So we should have that coming back to the board here very soon. And then also that property purchase at County Road 25 and 184. Sounds like everything's all where it needs to be from the county perspective. And so I'm just going to confirm one more time with the property owner, and we should have that on the agenda here very soon.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Purcell? No report? Okay. Mr. Anderson?
Nothing of high significance. We're working on budgets now. Last week, every department, we got the assessor to go through. Now we're just looking at revenues and what we can actually fund. We did get our 3 new Subarus in, so start checking those out. And then just dealing with some personnel issues.
Okay, thank you. Commissioner Lindsay?
I have no report today.
Commissioner Copenafer?
The only report I have, I did attend the last Mancus meeting, and their meeting was very, very short, and other than their budget accountant there, that was about biggest part of the meeting. So other than that, I have nothing else.
And I have no report. So with that,
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
been moved and seconded to adjourn this July 22nd meeting. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.